Oh yeah, Sexy Biscuits. Nice.
Longboard Blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Longboard Blues, 1975.
Ooh, listen to that. This is Super Hang-On Sinclair ZX Spectrum. So obviously that's the stage select screen, and that's 48K music because this is the 48K version. Let's get into it. There we go. So yes, this is Super Hang-On, released by Electric Dreams in 1988 on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. They also released it on the Amstrad and the Commodore, and then in 1990, I believe, it was released on the Amiga and the Atari ST. Obviously, it's based on the arcade machine of the same name, released by Sega in 1987, which is a follow-up to their original Hang-On. The 80s, when to make a game a sequel, all you had to do was put the word Super in front of it. Well, there's a little bit more to it than that. So anyway, it's a sprite scaler by Sega in the arcades where you ride a bike across numerous stages, overtaking other individuals, and you have a turbo. Now, sprite scalers, this is another perfect example that Spectrum could do, well, not sprite scalers, but ports of sprite scalers, and they were a big deal. This was released at Christmas by Electric Dreams in 1988 to be their big release. Such games like Outrun released in 1987 at Christmas by US Gold. And yeah, so because they knew that these games were big in the arcades, they became like the big releases for companies. Now, even though they're all made by different companies, Outrun was US Gold, Enduro Racer was Activision, Chase HQ, which is still the daddy and the best sprite scaler port on the Spectrum, was made by Ocean. This being Electric Dreams, they all went with this style of graphics. I don't know if it was some sort of in-knowledge thing they know, or just coincidence. Anyway, this one's quite good because if you look at one keyboard, it's already set up. It does it. They knew that Q up, A down, O left, P right, and M fire are the keys of God, so you don't need to change it. But yeah, if you look at the screen there, see your bike has color-ish being the word. But obviously, color was something on the Spectrum that they kind of. There we go, on, off. Let's go with on. They kind of steered away from. They didn't in this, so let's have a look. Like I said, it's not as good as, there we go, fire, fire. It's not as good as Chase HQ, but it's better than Outrun, and dare I say better than Enduro Racer. Right, so, yeah, you got kind of a bland flatulent noise because I'm playing the 48K version, but right, speed top right, time top middle, because I'm going flat out. Oh, fire is turbo. If you don't hit anything, your turbo's indefinite. I don't know if that is the arcade, but yeah. So look at it. Oh, they are bastards. They just ride into you, and then like nothing happens to them. Oh, yeah. So look at it. It's a pretty decent port of the arcade. It's really quite impressive. It's fast. It's smooth. The road effects are brilliant. Wait till you see go up a hill and down a hill. The dips and bends are superb. Right. Oh, I don't know if there was a 128K version. I'm assuming there was in 1988, but it is a multi-loader, I believe. For whatever stage you select on the stage select screen, then you have to load in a different part. I'm thinking, I'm not being able to talk is what I'm doing. I'm thinking that's how it worked. I could be wrong. Or maybe there wasn't a 128K version. I'd like to think there was, because Electric Dreams were the daddy back in the day. They did some really, really good ports, including one of my favourite games of all time, Aliens. Survival horror game on the ZX Spectrum. It's actually tense and scary. Look it up. I've got a gameplay of it. I really don't like that. See, you could argue that that's accurate. If you twat one person, then everyone from behind comes flying through you, and they all just like twat the crap out of you, and all your speed or any semblance of a lead you have is completely lost. Now, I think, isn't Europe supposed to be the easiest state, so I should have probably gone there. But I didn't recall it being balls. No, the game's not balls. That hard. Right. Does it tell you? Yeah, course effort stage 2. Does it tell me, well done racer, enter your name? I like the fact that there's colour there. Right. I like the fact that they've made effort with colour in this. So, what is it? Oh, sensitivity. That is S. Should I be dicking around with this? Screw it. Let's go with an A. Off. Fire. Okay, I'm not really sure what that is. It doesn't affect my bike. Does that affect the stationary? Sorry, the roadside object, if you will. To me, to me, the sensitivity doesn't seem to have changed at all. I think it does. I need to see those signs. They're the only things I can remember being a different colour. They were pink. Yeah, so it's... That's interesting. Yoink! Oh, maybe it does make it. Yeah, so it's quite cool. I like that. I don't know if it makes it faster or smoother, but I do like the option of turning it off. Maybe it's just because it was garish, and they knew that it could be off-putting to some people. See? Oh, they all just come flying through you. I wonder if it's easier on a joystick. I mean, if you played this on the Specky back in the day, let me know. And also, if you played it on the Amstrad or the Commodore, I don't think I've ever seen those versions of the game actually... I don't know, I was going to say it makes it harder, being on a higher sensitivity. But yeah, I don't think I've actually seen versions of those games, so how do they compare? Right, don't keep your finger on Turbo, Dave. When you see stuff in the road, like that, brake. Kind of like real life, isn't it? You see stuff in the road, brake. Yoink. Right, I feel like I've done quite well not hitting anything, but I'm still about to run out of time. Come on! Does that count? Yeah! Oh, sexy! Was that supposed to be shadow? If it is, that's quite impressive. That's very impressive. Slight change in the background. So they have tried to make the stages, you know, some sort of variety in them. Oh, they've all just ploughed into me again. See? That's a little bit... Well, I don't want to say broken, because it does it in the arcade, but that is a little bit kind of shitty, isn't it? There we go. I really sincerely doubt I'll make the next stage. No, let me back on the road. They're bullying me into... That's a phrase, isn't it? They're bullying me into trees. They all just completely tanked me. Well, there you go. I think this is a really, really good port. It shows that you can do sprite scaling ports to ZX Spectrum. And yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.